Red-eyed Ryan parties hard 8 days a week.
I tend to overdo it when I go out.
And his English fiancée Karen is being left with the tab.
We're gonna have to turn off the hydraulics.
Things are tight.
But will a new addition to their family send this young couple into relationship rehab?
Don't make me have to call you Ryan, otherwise that's when I'll freak out. We have a baby.
Karen, 26, and Ryan, 23, are young, in love, and know how to have a good time. But will an unplanned baby turn out to be a major party pooper? Our panel of birthdays experts will be watching closely over the next 6 weeks. Relationship guru and woman about town, Josie Vogels. Supermom with a watchful eye, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who's always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Wolkoff.
Baby's fine.
As if it were written in the stars, party princess Karen and beer-loving Ryan met in, of all places, a bar.
Thought she was cute. She's pretty, so I went over and I started talking to her.
But Karen wasn't a talker. She was a doer.
My friend Dana kind of brought us together, didn't she? She kind of turned around and she went, "My English friend wants to shag you."
Say what?
My English friend wants to shag you. That was kind of how it all kind of worked. And what was your response?
Done.
Done deal.
Done deal.
And it wasn't long before they knew they were each other's cup of tea. There was that beer.
Yeah, I think every day me and him went out to a bar, had a drink.
She upped her partying a bit, just to keep it going with me.
But not even the Atlantic Ocean could keep these drinking buddies apart.
When I got back to England, we called each other all the time. And then I came back 10 days later and we haven't been apart since.
And faster than you can say cheers, they moved in together. But they still took it slow, right?
We played Russian roulette from the whole time we got together.
Fortunately, Karen is an optimist.
When I found out I was pregnant, it was a shock.
A shock,
But it just felt right, didn't it?
Sometimes it feels surreal, and it'll just hit us all at once and be like, we're gonna be a baby.
We're gonna be a baby. You are a baby.
We're gonna be parents. It's it's weird.
Weird? That's one way of putting it. Some other things are weird, too. Ryan's rock star lifestyle is giving Karen a hard day's night.
He likes to be the last man standing at the party.
Yeah, I tend to overdo it when I go out. Once I start, I don't stop.
He don't want to stop drinking. So that's why we fight. He's a party.
We end up fighting, and then I don't want to come home because she's all pissed off.
Ryan still doesn't understand that he doesn't have to be the last man standing at the party anymore.
Yeah, I like to party a lot, and I know that's gonna have to stop. Like, well, not stop completely. I do need time to unwind a little.
I just think Ryan will change once the baby comes. I think he will settle down then. I'm hoping anyway.
I don't want to grow up.
I think there's been some mistake. I think once the truant officers find out that he's been skipping his grade 7 classes, everything will be over.
She said she spent, I don't know, 2 weeks or whatever the holiday was with him before she came back. I'm surprised.
In 10 days.
That, you know, yeah, it's shocking. I'm feeling good about this couple in terms of their planning.
These people were not ready or preparing for an ongoing relationship with a kid. They were looking for some party time.
Oh, we were playing Russian roulette. It's like you're having a child. You're not playing house.
So, to help them play house, Karen's parents have come from England to help out when the baby is born.
I'm really excited to have my mum and dad here. Once I come out of the hospital, I know that me and Ryan have got someone in the house too that can help us.
And boy, do they need help.
Yeah, babe, you can have all these bills.
Despite Ryan having 3 part-time jobs, they're living hand to mouth.
You'll get bills.
My mum and dad have been amazing. They've helped us out with rent, bills.
Like all young couples setting out in life, I was the same. You struggle financially, and hopefully we're in a position to help them out and get them on the right track that way.
The parents do what they can, but it isn't enough.
Money is one of our main arguments.
With groceries and bills and rent, and it does get a little scary.
We don't fight during the week, but when it comes to the weekend, that's when we fight. Because I think saving the money is more important than him maybe wasting it on beer.
But to Ryan, beer is a major food group, and after a week of scrounging for work, he needs his nourishment.
What time are you planning on coming home?
I don't know, 3, 2.
Whatever. But I just think you should think about me. Like, right now you keep saying to me how you think you want to party because right now it's your last chance to party, and then when the baby comes you're not going to be able to do it because the baby's here.
I'm going out for a drink.
When it's so close to me giving birth, do you think that that's a good idea? Because you do know that if you are intoxicated, they probably don't want you in the delivery room. So how bad would you feel if you missed the birth of your baby?
I'll come home.
You've told me that all the time. And I think you've come home once out of the hundreds of times you told me you're going to come home at like 2 o'clock. You might as well not bother coming home because you're not going to come home at the time you say you're going to come home anyway.
You gonna kiss goodbye?
Whatever? Oh boy.
I guess I'll see you when I see you.
She's suddenly trying to turn him into this person that he wasn't even remotely close to being before.
He is absolutely mired in childhood. And it is as if she's the mother. She kind of tries to look after him, tries to tell him what he's doing wrong, and then caves in. They'd be much better off both living the way Ryan is. They should both be having drinks, they should be out partying, but it gets a little problematic because she's a little pregnant and they're gonna have a baby.
Today, baby Lennon comes home.
You're gonna see your new home.
Baby Lennon. Imagine that. And for new daddy Ryan, his new reality is starting to sink in.
Well, when I walked through the door today, it was just like, wow, we're a family. And this is how it's gonna be for the rest of my life. Let's get you all cleaned up.
And to impress the in-laws, Ryan steps up.
Daddy does the poopy diaper.
Want to get him something he wants to wear?
But dealing with Lennon's diaper isn't a leisurely stroll through strawberry fields.
Oh, boy,
Oh, he's peeing again.
I was peeing again.
Sure, it's funny now, but Karen knows that in 1 week's time, she'll be all alone with Lennon.
I'm scared that once my mum and dad go home, that I'm just going to lose it all and not be able to cook. I just don't want you to go home. It's just hard.
Don't. I know it's hard. But you've got a phone.
I know, I'm just so far away from everybody.
A couple of years from now, you'll look back on this. Look at that lad there.
I know.
He's worth everything.
Oh, I know he is.
Yeah.
Everything.
He'll be fine.
It's 1 week since baby Lennon's birth. So far, the help from Karen's parents has been totally fab. But today, they're heading back to England.
What's this for?
Because you're going home today? Just a bit upset.
Hey, we're only phone call away.
I know. My mum and dad are my strength. And I do feel bad calling my mum and dad sometimes and getting really upset.
Karen's parents are hesitant to leave.
I'm a bit worried that how Karen's going to cope with a new baby. She's going to need a mum around, and we're not going to be there.
It's the moment of truth, and for Ryan, the pressure's on.
I'm gonna have to be there for her emotionally and be there financially, and it's gonna be tough.
But it's Karen who has a lot to consider.
It was a big gamble to go back to England after a week of knowing Ryan, then decide I'm going to come back 10 days later.
With her parents' next visit uncertain, Karen is feeling all alone.
Come on, be strong.
I know.
Yeah. And I'll ring you. I'll ring you from airport.
The poor girl is bawling. She is so upset. I mean, you gotta wonder, do you think maybe she's thinking twice about that decision to move overseas?
Having second, third, fourth thoughts about it. Yeah, you really feel for her. It's coming home to roost, right? She's realized what she's really into here. And the baby doesn't seem to have caused them too much strife, yet I have to say. It's more the circumstances that they're living in, it's the financial side of it.
It's 10 a.m. the next day, and so it begins. While Karen minds the manor, Ryan's off to the first of one of his 3 part-time jobs.
I think we're gonna do all right, but right now it's hard without her working.
Call me if you can at some point. Okay. Love you. Bye. Do you want some food?
And what totally rad lad wouldn't want this job? A part-time salesman at his big brother's bong shop. It looks like all those years of partying is paying off.
This is for extras? That's to clear it out, clears out the chambers.
But his big brother Scott tries to give Ryan any shift he can.
Whatever I can get, we need the money.
And it's a real trip trying to schedule with Ryan's other jobs.
Then he'll be like, oh man, can I get some hours? But if I've already, you know what I mean, told somebody that they're working, usually I'll try to swing it the other way and say, listen, you know, my brother needs a shift. But I mean, I can't always do that.
Even with 3 part-time jobs, Ryan's financial hope is going up in smoke.
Hello?
Yeah, we're gonna have to turn off the hydro.
We're gonna do when?
We're gonna do it in 5 minutes.
Their power is being turned off.
Like, can you just wait?
Things are tight. It's a little scary.
For Karen, money troubles are something new.
It is a huge change for me not to be financially independent. From going to having everything of my own and having a great job in England, which paid a lot of money, to giving all that up and moving here and having nothing.
With no power, Karen cannot cook, is unable to sterilize bottles, and is helpless until Ryan gets back home with his day's wages. Oh, and here comes Puff Daddy to the rescue.
We have no high
When they put you back on, you wouldn't paid it, right?
No, they're coming to the door to collect the money. Not there to the bank to pay it.
No?
No.
So what are they gonna
And this is all for $144.
Idiots.
With baby Lennon a priority, Ryan fetches the serviceman and gives the mean little power tripper his money.
And it'll be a couple minutes.
So that's $150 I didn't want to give up.
Dude, how many beers is that?
Oh man, what a day.
Sucks when you gotta pay those bills.
Yeah, I know. I hate when you have to spend your last $100 on hydro when you could be drinking.
Don't these people understand that you can't just have everything you want because you're alive? I see more trouble because of their sense of entitlement. It was the hydro guy who was the effing idiot, not the guy who used the electricity and didn't pay the bill. If life were one long party, they'd be fine. It's not, they're not.
Hate that.
3 weeks since the birth. It's Friday night, and with his busy work week, Ryan's built up quite a thirst.
I dread the weekends coming sometimes because I don't like the nagging, you know, to turn around and say, think about it this way, you know, you can have a couple of beers, come home at this time, even though I know he's not going to come home at that time. Don't make me have to call you right, otherwise that's when I'll freak out.
Well,
We have a
don't phone me,
baby.
'cause it's embarrassing when you phone everyone's cell phone looking for me. But the thing is that she starts phoning me, and then we end up fighting, and I say, I don't want to come home to this.
I got a spot. But baby, please don't make me have to call you. Please come home on time.
Okay, I will.
No friends, no one's sleeping in our basement, nobody's coming back.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So get the idea out.
Okay, just get happy with me leaving, and you throw me out in a good mood.
Oh, jeez.
Say bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy, don't come home trashed.
And Ryan doesn't come home trashed. He just doesn't come home. And while he parties till the wee hours, Karen's on an all-nighter of her own.
I punch in to tell stories. You don't...
4 weeks since the birth. Ryan's fugitive status has landed him in the daddy doghouse. So he uses his lone day off to earn time for good behavior.
He doesn't mind his vitamin D. Here, but I'm gonna laugh.
Oh, there you go.
For the time being, they're a happy family.
That's all right, buddy.
As soon as he comes home, he's straight to the baby. I get a kiss on the cheek, straight to Lennon. Lennon's the most important thing in both our lives right now.
But Ryan being Ryan, something else is important too. And it's in the fridge. With his dinner plans, he hopes to cook back up some love between him and Karen. But there won't be any snogging for her this evening. Ryan's picked up some shift work and won't be home until dawn.
I'd just like you to stay home just to help me tonight?
I'd like to stay home just to stay home.
It's a downer for sure, but there's a lot of money at stake.
It's $100 for sure. Could be more. It's pretty tight. 2 paychecks of mine during the month just cover rent, if that. So I've only got 2 paychecks to spend on bills and food.
And with this type of pressure, it's only a matter of time until...
Look at the mess you leave, babes. Do you have to be this? But do you have to be this messy though?
She gets on my case too much about the cleaning and stuff I leave lying around. She likes everything done right away, and well, that's the same fight we do usually have.
How would you like it if you had to tidy up the house and I left
You
it?
don't even give me a chance.
Because
I just ate. I just got up from eating.
And I thought he would change now Lennon's here, but he's not pulling his weight as much as I'd like him to pull his weight around the house.
Ryan has more pressing issues. He's hustling for more work.
No.
Too bad no one is looking for a professional party animal.
He does seem to be trying to find work. I'm just concerned that he's not trying to find it the right place. He's just calling a few people up.
I feel like this boiler, right? Because it's just like boom, boom, and then it's like the shut up. It's like, oh my God, these two are just getting on at each other's throats.
I keep getting the sense Karen knows, and her understanding is getting deeper, and she is stuck an ocean away from her home.
It doesn't cost anything normally, or very nominal, to join a mother's group. Yeah. She needs to find a support group that lives locally.
After working all week,
Yeah, so I'm going to Danny's on Friday night, eh?
Ryan feels he's earned enough brownie points for a night out.
For what reason?
To drink. It's been a while. I've got to go out and drink.
It's been a while. You were drinking on Friday.
What about now?
And you got smashed on Friday.
And so starts the oldest couple argument of all time.
I'm constantly on call 24 hours a day because I'm a mom.
Gotcha.
When do I get to have mine?
I used to stay home.
When do I get to have my time?
No partying tonight, pal.
When do you take the baby? When do I have my time?
And so, for once, Ryan forgoes a night out with the lads and instead gets his yayas out with his son. "10 a.m. the next day, Ryan's luck is past due. Despite having 3 jobs, they're barely squeaking by.
The bills, we pay just a little bit of them. Just enough to keep the things running.
And it's bringing party-hardy Ryan's buzz right down.
My buddy at work, he gets to go home and spend all his paycheck. Me, I've got a family to support.
Seriously bummed by his low-paying jobs, Ryan plans for his family's future. He's enrolled in a local college.
At the end of the day, that's what my future is going to be, and I've got family to provide for now.
Okay, night school, 12 weeks.
I've got electrical and plumbing in that, and taking residential construction and design.
So with his nights filled, Ryan has a lot less time to party.
Like he'll get home between 6, 6:30, quickly 5 minutes, something to eat, shower, straight to school. Back home at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
After he gets his diploma, Lennon's daddy has a dream.
I plan to flip houses, so maybe have a house on the side that I'm fixing up and reselling.
Sounds far-fetched now, but Ryan's optimistic.
I'm sure everything's gonna work out. That's the way I look at things.
It's been 5 weeks since the birth.
Yeah.
Karen's dad is on the phone from England,
I'm just getting in from work.
and they have good news. They're moving over for good.
They were planning to move here eventually anyway and go into business with my aunt and uncle.
And what kind of business? Why, a fish and chips shop, of course.
But I think it's come sooner. They probably would have waited a couple of more years if I hadn't moved here so soon. Then somewhere down the line, I think I'm gonna be involved in the restaurant somewhere, so it will be a family business. Love you, bye Dad. Bye.
Now, just to get through the next couple of weeks.
It's pretty clear from the way Ryan works that he is not lazy and he's not afraid or unwilling to work, but his efforts are all over the place.
I don't think they are. I think they're very focused. It's like, I'll work as much as I have to make as much money as I can with the jobs I'm doing. I'm going to go to night school for a future, and then I'm entitled to go drink with my buddies on Friday night. To him, I think it's pretty actually clear.
If anyone needs to go out and get rid of some steam, it's her. She's working 24/7. Yes, he's working hard. She's working harder, and she doesn't even have anyone to talk to, so she needs to have a beer.
It's been 8 weeks since the birth. It's 6 a.m. and Karen and Ryan spend some quality time with Lennon before Ryan heads off to work. And the future is just a wee bit brighter. Because through his night course, Ryan has scored a full-time construction job.
I work steady now. I work 7:30 till 5 at night.
I'm really proud of the way Ryan's turned himself around, and he's supporting his family, and he's kind of stepped up and become the man.
These two need a turbocharger to blast them into maturity. So a job is a great one with hours that are normal so that he can come home and live like a regular guy.
He's really slowly taking the steps. He started doing jobs here and there. Now he's got the full-time construction thing. He's got the night school. I mean, to his credit, hey, kudos to him.
And it's the first weeks at home with a new baby. And so for them to have coped even this well under those circumstances, it's pretty positive. So things maybe are starting to turn around.
With the new job, Ryan has more time to spend with Karen and baby Lennon. And how things have changed. Instead of bar hopping, now it's a walk in the park.
Mum, me and Ryan have been through so much in a year. I'm happy, and we've come this far. He is my everything. He's not only my fiancé, but he's my best friend. He's the love of my life. He's my soulmate.
It's good. It's nice to have someone to love you like that. I love her also, and it's a real good feeling. We're really happy.
Today is a special day. Karen's mom and dad are arriving from England to stay for good. Excitement is in the air, and baby Lennon is shaking all over.
My mom can help out with Lennon, my dad can help out, you know, giving Ryan a ride here and there, and it just makes life a whole lot easier.
Finally, late in the evening, Karen's mom and dad arrive.
Now Karen's here, and we've got the grandchild. Where else do we want to be, really?
Wow, what a day.
Oh, I miss you.
I am absolutely elated that Karen's parents have moved over from England because, you know, to the extent that the two of them aren't finished growing up yet, her parents can provide material support, they can provide guidance.
They also might provide babysitting, like in the nighttime and the daytime, so they can actually get out and do stuff. I think it's great that we're seeing it, you know, that they are there for them because they can't afford to phone them. It's nice now that they can walk down the street and visit with them.
Cheers, Mama.
With mom and dad back, what better way to celebrate than to crack open a cold one?
Should have had champagne.
Cheers.
I didn't think that things would turn out the way that they have turned out. I didn't think you'd stay in as much as you do now and enjoy staying in with us, but now it is like it is.
They've settled down and they're becoming mature adults, really, now. Ryan's turned it around, he's working hard. And now young Lennon's come on the scene. Oh, wow.
I love you more now because you're now the father of our child. The best dad, and I love you for that. I do.
Oh, you're a great mom, too.
Oh, thank you. Cheers! Ryan is the big kid.
I love to play.